first down with Josh Rosen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. David Johnson here on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Rosen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. These two teams, they met up in the opener a season ago in Detroit, and it was the Lions who came out on top 35-23. Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdown passes in that game to the rookie Kenny Galladay. Now it's Rosen. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Set. Blue, landed.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Flush to his right. And able to find Kirk complete. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Christian Jones not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Set. Green, 39.
And now it's Rosen looking. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
4th down. Here's Rosen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick, and he'll fight forward maybe. He did a lot of scrimmage, but that's all. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Hundley. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing, Hundley. His throw incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now let's go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Run.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Uses the spin. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Here's Rosen to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go with Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go now.
Now Rosen on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they look.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Rosen off the play action. Now he's forced out left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Give the tackle there to Gerald Hodges.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in the good defensive position, able to affect the play. They'll
look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Rosen will throw. And his throw here's incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. They go play action here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Flushed out right. And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Detroit getting set to go now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. And Stills over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. Especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
It's a gain of 4, and it gets them the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Marcus Golden. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Hundley. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Again, it's Johnson. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's Johnson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw is Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
This is Johnson. He's got it. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, here we go.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. Rosen on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now it's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 16.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Here's Rosen. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So out now come the Lions. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Throwing, Hundley. And a third down pass falls incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the fourth. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Leopard!
Now Rosen back into his end zone. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And taken right on the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. So here come the Lions now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Hundley now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They go to Johnson again. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Flex round! Flex round!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. First down, it's Rosen. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Oh, he sheds himself free. There goes Larry Fitzgerald. The 30, 10, for touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 79 yards. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey,
looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Stills the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Rosen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Detroit! Detroit!
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Glennon. Eluding the pressure right. Caught right side. Gresham. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chandler Jones in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Sam Acho in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Benson Mayowa in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And this one's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Rosen will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the back.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Trying to get it that time to Stills. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sean Robinson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, hurry up, here we go. Blue
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Detroit! Detroit!
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Flushed out right. He gets it left side to Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Arizona, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Lions, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.